Have you ever longed for winning the Powerball and enjoying a life of ease and comfort? Hang on the grounds that there are numerous realities you accept to be valid that are really fantasies. Today, we're uncovering a few amazing realities about America's One Lottery that even the most energetic players probably won't be aware or frequently misjudge. The Powerball Lottery, a game that enthralls millions with dreams of unexpected riches, works on an underpinning of probabilities that unmistakably contrast normal insights. The genuine possibility raising a ruckus around town is one in which victors likewise face huge expense derivations on their value, as opposed to the fantasy of a tax-exempt bonanza. Government and conceivably state duties can enormously lessen the big stakes last sum. ATT treating assumptions for limitless, thriving past the bonanza Powerball offers different award levels with better chances. For example, winning a $1 million award has chances of 1 in 11.7 million. And the possibility winning any award is roughly 1 in 4.87. This layered award structure offers a hint of something better over the horizon for additional feasible successes. Center from the elusive bonanza to additional attainable prizes, we have the chances. Presently, we should perceive how champs get their cash. It's an important choice between getting all the cash now or a piece at a time. Powerball victors have two choices for accepting their big stake: an annuity installment spread north of 30 years, or a lump sum cash installment, promptly the annuity choice commitment's long-haul monetary security with yearly installments that beginning at 22 mil and increment continuously to $92 million north of 30 years, offering a surefire revenue stream. Then again, the irregularity. SUM furnishes champs with quick admittance to a piece of their award in spite of the fact that it's diminished because of forthright duty derivations, regardless of the potential for a more modest, by and large, payout. After charges, numerous victors pick the single amount since it offers the chance for better yields overwhelmingly UPF front. Victors can put away the actual cash and possibly procure more than they would through annuity installments. Furthermore, having prompt admittance to the assets permits victors to take care of obligations, make critical buys, or put resources into worthwhile open doors. The inclination for the singular amount over the annuity mirrors a typical craving for moment riches, despite the fact that it might come to the detriment of long-haul monetary strength. Indeed, even WI8, the charm of a surefire revenue source. Most WI victors focus on prompt admittance to their rewards and the opportunity to deal with their funds as they see fit. Then, we're separating the duty charge that could whittle down your Powerball dream. With regards to the Powerball lottery, the truth of charges on rewards is frequently misjudged. Winning the big stakes opens you to government personal duties that can reach up to 37% of the top administrative expense rate at the hour of payout. Government charge keeping essentially lessens the last sum got. State charges add another layer, with rates fluctuating by state. A few states, similar to South Dakota, don't charge lottery rewards by any means, while others have various rates influencing the aggregate sum. Victor brings back home expense suggestions essentially influence the sum a Powerball champ brings back home. The publicized bonanza sums are a lot higher than the after-charge rewards, which are decreased by government and, at times, state charges. A Powerball charge mini-computer can be a valuable instrument for assessing the last bring-back-home sum. Whether picking the singular amount or annuity choice, at last winning the Powerball can significantly affect a victor's IRS charge section, possibly expanding their duty rate on different types of revenue. Hence, talking with an expense proficient is fundamental for exploring the intricacies of lottery rewards and duty commitments and settling on informed choices to oversee recently discovered abundance for long-haul monetary steadiness. At any point, can't help thinking about what happens when you're by all accounts not the only victor. How about we check that when more than one fortunate player raises a ruckus around town big stake, the award isn't only for one, it's isolated similarly among all champs. This implies on the off potential for success that the bonanza has at a stunning sum, and at least two players have the triumphant numbers. Each will get an equivalent portion of the award pool. This division applies stringently to the big stake level for the other award levels, from $1 million down to the littlest cost. The sums are fixed and settled completely to every champ, regardless of the number of individuals that success in that level. This reality frequently gets away from many ticket purchasers who long for the full bonanzas. Charm without understanding their potential fortune could be shared. For instance, in a situation where the big stake is $300 million and 3 tickets match the triumphant numbers, each ticket would be qualified for a $100 million offer before charges. A basic detail highlights the significance of grasping the principles and design of lottery rewards. The division of rewards among different champs shows the significance of karma and blur in lottery games. In spite of the common value, the effect of winning remaining parts extraordinary for every victor. Does purchasing more tickets up your possibilities? Indeed, we should see. Powerball tickets give players the inclination they're creeping nearer to winning the big stake, yet the number related behind them recounts an alternate story. With the chances of winning the Powerball big stake at around 1 in music, tickets just marginally change these chances. We should separate the math on the off chance that one ticket gives you a 1 of every 292. 50 possibility, winning purchasing 2 tickets works on your chances to 2 out of 10. In next, we'll uncover why greater big stakes aren't generally better when Powerball bonanzas take off to eye. Popping sums, it seems like everybody races to purchase a ticket longing for raising a ruckus around town win. Anyway, these Goliath big stakes probably won't be the once-in-a-lifetime chance they have all the earmarks of being. Here's the reason the biggest bonanzas aren't generally the best opportunity to play. First and foremost, the greater the big stake, the more individuals are drawn to play, which definitely builds the opposition, while your chances of winning the bonanza continue as before 1 in. And the size of the bonanza doesn't change your chances of winning. It very well may be more key to play when the craze is subsided, and the opposition is less furious, winning huge and keeping it calm. That is what many dream about. We will hop into in the event that you can maintain a success mystery. Many individuals suppose in the event that they win the Powerball, they can decide to stay mysterious, staying quiet about their recently discovered riches. Notwithstanding, reality with regards to champs' obscurity isn't all that direct. Whether a Powerball champ can keep their personality stowed away relies upon the laws of the state where the ticket was bought in the US. Just a modest bunch of states permit lottery champs to remain totally unknown. These incorporate Delaware, Kansas, Maryland, North Dakota, Ohio, South Carolina, and Texas, and a few different states offer a level of namelessness by permitting victors to guarantee their awards through trust or restricted risk organizations, or LLCs, which can assist with safeguarding their characters. Notwithstanding, the standards change fundamentally from one state to another, and in many spots, the names of lottery victors are public data. The explanation for making victors' names public is straightforwardness and trust. State lottery authorities contend that declaring the names of champs assists with demonstrating that the awards are to be sure being granted to genuine individuals. Keeping up with public trust in the lottery framework and understanding the particular guidelines of your state are critical. Prior to longing for remaining unnoticed with a major lottery win, staying unknown may be engaging, yet it's unimaginable all of the time. Contingent upon where you purchased your triumphant ticket. Do past numbers anticipate the following success time to bust a few additional fantasies? A typical legend among lottery players is the conviction that previous winning numbers impact what's in store. This is a misinterpretation established in the player's paradox. This paradox is the mixed-up conviction that on the off chance that something happens much of the time than typical during a given period, it will happen less habitually from here on out, or the other way around. With regards to the Powerball lottery, each draw is a free occasion, meaning the result of one draw doesn't influence the result that surfaces the following. Each time the Powerball is drawn, there's a 1 in 22.2 million opportunity for any arrangement of numbers to be chosen, whether or not those numbers were champs previously. The balls have no memory, and the chances continue as before for each and every draw. This implies that picking last week's triumphant numbers offers no benefit. Those numbers are similarly possible or improbable to show up as some other mix. Understanding this can assist players with moving toward the lottery with practical assumptions. Enjoyable to play numbers are vital for you, similar to birthday events or commemorations. Yet it's essential to realize that all numbers have an equivalent possibility winning no matter what their set of experiences. Where does all the cash from tickets go? We should clear up certain things about lottery cash in schools. The thought that lottery continues altogether supports state schooling reserves are both valid and tangled in misguided judgments. Indeed, it's right that a piece of lottery income is designated to instructive projects. The effect and assignment can differ generally from one state to another in many states. Lottery continues add to a scope of instructive drives, from K-12 subsidizing to school grant programs. In any case, the possibility that these assets are an extra to altogether upgrade schooling financial plans is diluting. Frequently, The lottery cash is utilized to subsidize the instruction spending plan, not really to enhance it. State governing bodies could apportion $100 million from general assets to instruction. In the event that the lottery produces $20 million for schooling, the council could decrease the general asset assignment to $80 million, keeping the all-out training financing at $100 million as opposed to expanding it to $120 million. Along these lines, while lottery continues in all actuality do go to schooling, they may not necessarily bring about extra financing, as many individuals accept. Appreciating this explains the job of lottery incomes in state training subsidizing. While the lottery offers important monetary help, a piece of a more extensive monetary cycle decides the last effect on instructive projects. It's good to hear that schools in all actuality do get some assistance. However, could you at any point differentiate among Powerball and Uber Millions? Now is the right time to detect what separates them. Powerball and Uber Millions are two of the most famous lottery games in the US, each offering the fantasy of enormous big stakes to confident players. While both lottery games share the spotlight for their groundbreaking awards, they have unmistakable contrasts that put them aside. The Powerball lottery is known for its beginning big stake of $20 million and its drawings on Monday. On Wednesday and Saturday nights, players pick 5 numbers from 1 to 69 and a Powerball number from 1 to 26. The chances of winning the Powerball big stake are 1 in 292. And it holds drawings on Tuesday and Friday evenings to play members 5 numbers somewhere in the range of 1 and 70% in addition to a Uber Ball number from 1 to 25. The chances of winning the Super Millions big stake are somewhat not the same as Powerball's, at 1 in 32.6 million. One more contrast lies in the expensive tickets. The two games commonly cost $2 per play. However, Powerball offers a show of dominance choice for an extra $1, which can duplicate non-bonanza costs. Uber Millions has a comparative element called the Mega Player, likewise for an extra $1 in non-big stake rewards. Whether you're attracted to Powerball's show of dominance choice or favor the somewhat better chances of Super Millions, each game gives its own one-of-a-kind enticement for those longing for raising a ruckus around town. Presently, you know the contrast between the two defining moments. However, is winning about karma, or might you at any point design your direction to a bonanza? In the realm of lottery games like Powerball, the discussion among karma and procedure frequently surfaces among players. Truly winning a fortunate lotto big stake is predominantly a question of karma. Each number attracted Powerball is totally irregular, and there's no example or technique to foresee which numbers will come up in some random draw. The chances of winning the Powerball big stake are set at around 1 of every 292.2 million, stressing the dependence on sheer possibility as opposed to any essential methodology. Numerous players embrace different procedures. For example, playing similar numbers, reliably picking numbers in view of birthday events or huge dates, or utilizing speedy picks where the PC chooses numbers haphazardly. While these strategies might offer players a feeling of control or special interaction to their lottery experience, they don't measurably improve the probability of winning a few fans. Likewise, investigate complex numerical recipes or frameworks that case to work on the chances of winning anyway. Given the arbitrary idea of lottery draws, no system can truly modify the basic chances of the game. Karma is a major piece of winning. However, there's trust and little costs as well. We should investigate those chances, while the Powerball big stake catches the greater part of the consideration with its title. Getting sums, the chances of winning more modest awards are fundamentally better and are frequently neglected. For example, the possibility winning any award in Powerball is around 1 in 24.9, a long ways from the overwhelming 1 in 22.2 million chances of raising a ruckus around town. The awards underneath the bonanza level reach from $4 for matching only the Powerball to $1 million for matching every one of the 5 white balls without the Powerball. The chances of winning a $1 million award are 1 out of 11,688. 354. What, while as yet testing, are dramatically more great than those for the big stake, for instance, matching 4 out of 5 numbers, and the Powerball offers a $5 prize, with chances of roughly 1 out of 913. 256 chances work on, as the award levels decline, making it somewhat normal for players to win more modest sums, which can, in any case, be critical. These superior chances for lower-level awards. feature a significant part of the Powerball lottery that frequently slips through the cracks. While the fantasy about winning the big stake is a strong draw, the lottery likewise offers numerous different chances to win, giving a silver lining to players searching for a compensating experience. Winning more modest things is more probable. However, wagering on numbers that haven't won in some time isn't the most ideal arrangement. How about we see the reason why? In lottery games like Powerball, each number has an equivalent possibility being drawn with each new drawing. Regardless of this, a few players clutch the misinterpretation that specific numbers are expected to seem on the grounds that they haven't been attracted some time. This conviction is an exemplary illustration of the speculator's error of misreading irregular occasions. Actually, in a shot in the dark like Powerball, where numbers are drawn haphazardly, past draws don't impact future results. Each draw is free, meaning the probability of any single number being drawn is a similar like clockwork, paying little heed to what numbers came up previously. In the event that a number hasn't been attracted weeks or even months, it doesn't expand its possibilities being drawn the following time. Having faith in due numbers could lead players to pick their numbers in light of what hasn't come up as of late, believing they're expected for a success. Be that as it may, this methodology doesn't measurably work on one's possibilities winning. Understanding that lottery draws are totally arbitrary aids set reasonable assumptions. Partaking in the game for the fervor and the fantasy it offers is the best methodology, as opposed to depending on misinterpretations about how numbers are chosen. Depending on due numbers would help. Yet, does it matter where you purchase your ticket? The conviction that specific states or areas are more fortunate than others in the Powerball lottery is a fantasy that has no premise. Lottery wins are circulated simply by some coincidence, not by area. Powerball works in 45 states as well as Washington, D.C., Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. And each ticket bought has an equivalent possibility winning, paying little heed to where it's purchased. Some could highlight measurements showing that specific states have more big stake champs than others, be that as it may. This can for the most part be credited to deals volume instead of any inherent karma related with the area states with higher populaces and consequently more tickets. Deals normally will quite often have more champs over the long haul. It's just a question of math, not wizardry. Moreover, every Powerball draw is a totally irregular occasion. The balls utilized in the draw don't have any idea where tickets are bought. They essentially haphazardly select numbers. This haphazardness is a center guideline of the lottery, guaranteeing that each player has an equivalent possibility winning with each draw. Yet, shouldn't something be said about those accounts of champs who lose by any means? We wrap up with reality with regards to the supposed lottery revile. The term lottery revile alludes to a progression of lamentable occasions that evidently come upon lottery big stake victors, persuading some to think that triumphant tremendous amounts of cash brings misfortune. In any case, the fact of the matter is less about condemnations and more about how unexpected abundance can definitely change an individual's life, frequently with testing outcomes. At the point when people abruptly obtain a sizable sum of wealth, they face tremendous strain not just from themselves as far as dealing with their new riches, yet, in addition from companions, family, and some of the time even outsiders looking for monetary help. The pressure of managing such critical life-altering events can strain individual connections and lead to social seclusion. Accounts of lottery champs confronting individual and monetary ruin add to the fantasy of the lottery revile. Yet these results are not brought about by karma. Winning the Powerball is a blend of out-of-this-world dreams and hard-hitting real factors. Karma assumes the greatest part, and the decisions in the wake of winning can make a huge difference. It's not just about picking numbers. It's tied in with taking care of what comes after astutely and hankering more. Lottery stories. Watch our video on the most insane lottery stories from 2023. You will have a hard time believing these things are going on. In actuality. Thanks for watching Gossip Now.